I'd like to call to order the Leesburg Area Board of School Directors Board Reorganization Meeting agenda on Wednesday, December 9th, 2020 at 7:42 p.m. in the Leesburg High School auditorium. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of reflection. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please. Start.
Here. Mrs. Gregory. Mrs. Knight. Here. Mrs. Lovelace. Here. Mr. Lovelace.
Here.
Mr. Shea.
Here.
Ms. Stewart. Here. Ms. Thompson. Here. Mr. Brady.
Here. Two announcements to everyone first. First one is our sound system has gone by the wayside for tonight. So therefore, we will be yelling from up here and trying to talk so everybody can hear on the streaming and also in the auditorium. We have ordered a new sound system, but with COVID, we have a delay in getting all the pieces and parts forward. So hopefully that will be resolved in a short time frame. Second is that we have the agenda that we have printed out before. We have to add 7 additional items to the agenda. And I would like to go over those now in case there's any remarks to be held on those. So under other, we have a motion is needed to accept the resignation of Mrs. Patricia Tarr from the positions of Administrative Assistant to the Superintendent and School Board Secretary effective December 22nd, 2020. 2, a motion is needed to approve the resignation agreement and release. 3, a motion is needed to appoint Mrs. Dina Turner to act as Board Secretary through June 30th, 2021 to fulfill the unexpired term of office. 4, a motion is needed to accept the resignation of Mrs. Lisa Gregory from the Leesburg Area School Board effective immediately. 5, a motion is needed to authorize the district to place an advertisement on district website seeking volunteers to fulfill the unexpired term of office of the school board vacancy. And 6, a motion is needed to set a special board meeting to be held for the purpose of filling the school board vacancy for the unexpired term of office. Those are the others that have been added to the agenda for this evening. Next, before we start, a motion is needed to waive policy 006.1, attendance at meetings via electronic communications. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? We have done this to enable Ms. Stewart to participate in the board meeting this evening for executive session and a public session. And this is, usually there's I think, 2 or 3 day time period, so that's short the time period. That's why we need the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? None. Motion passes. Thank you. Ms. Tarr, do we have any remarks by visitors? No? Okay. Our first goal is nominations and election of temporary president for board reorganization purposes. A motion is needed to open nominations for the position of temporary president for board reorganization purposes.
Second.
Comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Next, 2, a motion is needed.
We need nominations.
I mean, we need to
Mr. President.
No, yeah. A motion is needed to open nomination for the position of. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Mr.
You
President,
missed one.
I'd like to nominate Bill Brady for temporary president.
Are there any other nominations?
Any other nominations? Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Comments? All those in favor?
Well, so at this point, you would just do a motion to close nominations.
Oh. The motion is needed to close the nomination for the position of temporary president for board reorganization purposes. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. 3, a motion is needed to elect Neil Brady to the position of temporary president for board reorganization purposes. Do I have a motion? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Mr. President, I make the motion. I'd like to make the motion for Neil Brady as president.
Nomination.
Nomination for Mr. Brady as president.
Are there any other nominations?
Okay, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Well,
Against?
sorry, it's a motion to close nominations.
Well, motion needs to close nominations for the position of Leesburg Area School Board President. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. 6, a motion is needed to elect Neil Brady to the position of Leesburg Area School Board President. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Comments? I'd like to thank everyone on the board for nominating me to the position. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. Next, a nomination for Vice President of the Leesburg Area School Board. A motion is needed to open nominations for the position of Leesburg Area School Board Vice President.
I would like to nominate Anthony Shea.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should vote on the motion first, but
Yes.
that's fine. So, nomination of Anthony.
So moved, Your Honor.
Any other nominations?
Okay, so then we can just skip to 9 then. A motion is needed to elect Anthony Shea to the position of Leesburg Area School Board Vice President. Do I have a motion? All those in favor, or comments, I'm sorry? All those in favor?
Like to thank the board.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Congratulations, Anthony. Okay, under new business finance, a motion is needed to approve resolution 2020-2021-03 relating to the accelerated budget opt-out resolution certifying tax rate within inflation index, and no need to comply with Act 1 accelerated budget procedures for the 2021-2022 school year as presented in Exhibit P1. Do I have a motion?
Neil, we don't have that, we're still on like board-related issues for tax committee.
Oh, with the copier, page, turn to page 3. Turn to the next page on your agenda. Under board related issues. It's out of order.
Under board related
Yeah.
issues. Okay.
When I put it in the copier, I don't know what happened. It's the board related issue.
But it's not correct.
Okay, this is what you read.
This is the new one.
Yeah, we have.
It is not issued this packet.
We don't have what you just read.
It's in the first packet, not the second packet. Right here, thank you.
So you don't have it under finance?
No, you don't have.
Go to the original agenda that you have right up of your executive session folder. That information is there on page 2.
Okay, so we're not gonna do the finance one then? Do you have the finance in yours?
But I have the president. I don't.
president. Okay, I have the finance on that. You have finance?
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's not anybody else.
But I think we already talked about what on page 2.
Yeah.
Does everybody have on page 2 the finance?
No, I do it from the original one.
It's not in the new copy, no.
Ms. Nix, do you want me to make?
No, no, I'm gonna go over. I know what you're doing. Yeah.
We need to go to the, with the wait.
Well,
Go to the-
Yeah, I think you should probably do it in order.
Yeah, what are the issues? I apologize for the interim. We have 2 different copies of the agenda this evening, so we're getting that resolved. It's just page 2. Is it just page 2 to be done?
Here's, here's the new one.
Overlaid issues, okay.
Here's the old one right here.
The old one. We could just skip that then, because we were supposed to take out the.
This is what the signature card is.
Yeah, this is.
It doesn't matter, because it's the same. All we gotta do is vote on this one, and then go to C.
No, 2.
Okay. Those all say the same.
Yeah.
So you just basically make a motion to read them from last year the same. Does that make sense? Okay, that's right. We get all the names.
You have the old one?
I have those copies.
Yeah, both copies of it.
Because we originally had it, and then they gave us a second one. I just wrong person.
Okay, under new business, under finance, a motion is needed to approve resolution 2020-2021-03 relating to the accelerated budget opt-out resolution certifying tax rate within inflation index, and no need to comply with Act Number 1 accelerated budget procedures for the 2021-2022 school year as presented in Exhibit B1. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. 2, a motion is needed to approve resolution 2020-2021-04 for changes in signature cards on the following accounts at next year to reflect new signatures as shown in Exhibit B2. These would be for general fund, payroll fund, scholarship funds, Zazani, Manizak, Bennett, the Bredenka. Activities fund, cafeteria account, capital improvement fund, safe deposit box, liquid savings account, and Elizabeth and Joseph Curtis Trust. Do I have a motion? Comments? All those in favor?
I'm sorry, do we need to say who the authorized signatures of the ladies?
No, it's Exhibit B, I think it is,
Oh, okay, they're showing the B2.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, we're changing, I think, rest
Neil, whose signature, is this all Dina or is it multiple?
Yeah, Dina, on the signatures, your signature's replacing Brad's, correct?
Actually, replacing Patty, so it'll be yourself, Mr. President, Superintendent Nix, and I'll be the designated third option.
Yeah. Like you can't have Anthony Jr.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do I have a motion?
It's already been.
Let's go ahead and second.
For a vote.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? The motion passes. Thank you. Under board-related issues. Now, here's where we need a person nominated, right? A motion is needed. We need to appoint someone to the Armstrong County Tax Claim Commission delegate for a 1-year term.
I nominate Neil Brady.
I Thank you, Melanie. Are there any other nominations? Okay, a motion is needed to appoint Neil Brady to the Armstrong County Tax Claim Commission, delegate for a one-year term. All those got a motion? Second,
Second.
comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. A motion is needed to appoint an alternate for the Armstrong County Tax Claim Commission to serve in the event of the delegate's absence for a one-year term. Nomination, Anthony Shea did it last year.
I'll do it again unless there's a burning desire. There's not really much going on.
We have 2 meetings a year right now, so any other nominations?
Anybody else want to do it?
Okay, a motion is needed to appoint Anthony Shea as an alternate on the Armstrong County Tax Claim Commission to serve in the event of the delegate's absence for a one-year term. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? Thank you, Anthony. All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. Next, we need a motion to appoint to the Lenape Joint Operating Committee for a 3-year term ending December 2023. Appoint a member.
Is that, there is this term? or-
This term is for Mr. Lovelace, that is correct, his term is up, so we could either reappoint him or nominate.
Mr. Lovelace, do we need a nomination?
I nominate Darren Lovelace.
Okay, are there any other nominations? Okay, a motion is needed to appoint Mr. Darius Lovelace to the Lenape Joint Operating Committee for a 3-year term ending December 2023. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? Thank you, Darius. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. And motion is needed next to appoint a Pennsylvania School Boards Association liaison for a 1-year term. I would not nominate this Melanie Knight. Any other nominations? Okay. Motion is needed to appoint Ms. Melanie Knight as a Pennsylvania School Boards Association liaison for a 1-year term. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? Thank you, Melanie. All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. And for those of you attending remotely and in the school board week, we generally have to do this at every board reorganization meeting at the end of the year, before the new year occurs. So thank you for your tolerance and getting this done. Next, we need to set a day, time, and place for the 2021 regular board and public work session agenda setting meetings of the Leesburg Area School Board. Public work session agenda setting meetings of the school board. The day, the time, the place, would it be right now, currently, we do the 2nd and the 4th Wednesdays of the month. Do we want to retain that, or did we want to move it to the 1st and 3rd? Or just stay as we are?
They are.
Stay as we are, okay. So it would be the 2nd and the 4th Wednesday of each month, same time, 7:30.
Yes.
Okay, and the place would be probably the Leesburg Auditorium for now. I would,
Yeah, you can make it the auditorium until you designate otherwise.
right. Executive session to proceed at 6:30 p.m. That gives us an hour before the meeting.
And I would just add to that, maybe 6:30 PM unless otherwise designated, so that you can make it shorter or longer. depending on the circumstances.
Okay, so do I need the second part since we covered executive session in the first one?
Well, that's That's the executive session for the work sessions. Second one is the executive session for the budget.
Oh, public meeting, right, okay. And we'll just, will that would cover us, it would be the first one for the public work session agenda would be the second Tuesday of the month, second Wednesday of the month, and the regular board meetings would be the fourth Wednesday of the month. Same times. 7:30, the executive session at 6:30. So, should I make a motion yet?
Yes.
Okay, a motion is needed to set the public work session agenda setting meetings of the Leesburg Area School Board to be the second Wednesday of each month at 7:30 p.m. in the Leesburg Auditorium unless otherwise scheduled. Executive session to proceed at 6:30 p.m. Regular meetings of the Leesburg Area School Board will be on the fourth Wednesday of each month at 7:30 p.m. in the Leesburg Auditorium, with the executive session to be precede at 6:30 p.m. unless otherwise scheduled. And times and dates subject to change with appropriate board action. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. Ms. Tar, do we have any communications? Thank you. Under other, a motion is needed to accept the resignation of Mrs. Patricia Tar from the position of Administrative Assistant to the Superintendent and School Board Secretary effective December 22nd, 2020. And do I have a motion? Comments?
Thank you, Patty, for your service.
So thank you for your years of service. We do appreciate it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. A motion is needed to approve the resignation agreement and release. Do I have a motion? Comments? All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. 3, a motion is needed to appoint Mrs. Dina Turner to act as board secretary through June 30th, 2021 to fulfill the unexpired term of office. Do I have a motion? Comments? All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. 4, a motion is needed to accept the resignation of Mrs. Lisa Gregory from the Leesburg Area School Board effective immediately. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? Would like to thank Lisa for the time served on the board and her participation. All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. 5, a motion is needed to authorize the district to place an advertisement on district website seeking volunteers to fulfill the unexpired term of office of the school board vacancy. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments? All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? None. Motion passes. Thank you. 6, a motion is needed to set a special school board meeting to be held for the purpose of filling the school board vacancy for the unexpired term of office. And we have no date. That would be to be determined.
Well, you should talk now and set up a date so the motion. They would like to make it the whole meeting.
So that would be 30 days from,
30 days from today, so on or before January 8th.
So Neil, the first Wednesday of the month would be January 6th.
January 6th.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. So
Yeah.
that's what you're looking for.
Well,
So.
does that sound good to do it on a regular board meeting?
Well, it's additional. That's,
Yeah,
I did.
that's not our.
yeah, the regular board meeting is 13th, that's involved in the 30 days.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can modify your schedule so that you hold your agenda meeting on the 6th. So that you don't have to come back on the 13th for your January agenda meeting. Or you could just hold a special meeting, and you can do this via Zoom, so if you want to just do the special meeting for the purpose of filling the vacancy, just do that, and come back to the agenda meeting.
Can I
question. I'm not a school board member. So on the 6th, would they be able to hold other business other than reappointing a new board member?
If it's advertised.
So can I just throw something out there from like what I foresee coming? So that is the week after Christmas, and I anticipate new guidelines, and that's also a week when we've already agreed to virtual. So if we could have a meeting that day on the 6th, then I can gather new mandates and new numbers for you to make decisions if you so choose moving forward.
But being that week is virtual, we would be Zoom.
Yeah, we could, yes, we could do Zoom.
So you would want to hold an entire meeting with all the information.
We still have to be in person, can't
We
we?
can get the, I mean, you could be in person. I mean, it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's perfect.
So we could hold the combo meeting on January 6th.
Yeah, you can decide you want to
Just
hold
the
your agenda
perception that we
meeting,
don't have.
and as long as it's advertised as a meeting that general purpose is.
A little bit
I mean,
slower.
and there's gonna be, a bunch of people.
So we would just have to put January 6th out of this motion.
Yeah, yeah, I would say, so the motion would be to set a special meeting / combined agenda meeting, and advertise it for purpose of meeting of the other business to be held on January 6th, and canceling the agenda meeting to be held on January 13th. Be all at 7:30.
So we're canceling what meeting? We're canceling-
Well,
I'm not canceling the meeting.
it's up to you. You would normally have your agenda meeting following the.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So you have to decide, are you have
The
to do this in January, or do you want to have your agenda meeting on the
We do
6th?
more general on the 6th, right?
Right, that's right.
On the 6th, yeah.
6th could be basically agenda meeting, special meeting to fill the vacancy, and advertised as general meeting to do the other law business.
Okay.
You could do it that way. Or if you want your agenda meeting on the 13th, you can do that too.
What's the preference of the board? To do one meeting on January 6th to combine it? Or to have this, or to have the January 6th, 13th, and then it would be the 27th also? Combine it?
Combined.
Do you want
Candy, combine it? Yes? Yes?
Okay, would it be this list, is it Thursday then?
I think the discussion was in person. With it, obviously,
We're going to do that.
That's what I said, Candy.
I personally don't, you're talking about putting hundreds of kids in a school versus none of us sitting on a stage with 5 people in the audience. I think that Zoom is hard. It's hard to discuss things.
That's why I said that we should do the nomination on
Yeah, well, the meeting would be in person unless we'll let one call in and so forth to the meeting. Whether we're having school or not, I mean, that, a lot's gonna happen between now and January 6th, I think.
But no, my point is just being able to discuss that because.
Wait a second, what, Candy?
We're not going to use this for the quarantine, then they reason is, we should have this meeting on this, as soon as more excessive due to quarantine, it's not covered in anything.
It's,
It's so hard to do this there.
it's not.
No, Candy, that's the point I brought up too.
Yeah, well, the meeting, I mean, the students, we're keeping them quarantined from the students so they can come back to school for a meeting with everyone else. If you want to do a Zoom meeting,
Like, this is a long discussion about things. Just have 3 meetings. Have the first one be a Zoom, come back on the 13th in person, and then do the 20. Just have 3, and then everybody's happy. So, I think this is gonna be.
Okay.
The bad part is that
An hour.
if we get, select our nominees, we probably want to see them in person, otherwise we're gonna have to deal with all the technology of, trying to connect them up and talking.
usually with the nominees, if we have 2, 3, 4 people as nominees, they give a little statement of why they should be selected to the school board.
Okay, does anyone else have a problem with that meeting?
The January sixth?
You mean having three of them, you mean having a Zoom meeting just for that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but listen, I'm still gonna have to talk to you guys about updated numbers at that meeting, because the kids are coming back on Monday, so some.
As a special meeting, but also for the purpose of, as a general meeting as well, for the purpose of doing a lot of business, you can discuss whatever Tiffany wants to discuss. The issue is whether you want to do that in a Zoom meeting or in person.
So, I mean, but my thing is, if we're gonna discuss all of that on the sixth, then then when are we coming back on the 13th?
Sure. No, I mean, you can decide independently of whether the meeting on the sixth is in person or Zoom, to cancel the meeting.
I mean, I think if people don't feel comfortable coming to the building, I mean, if it's a preference for people, they don't feel comfortable coming to the building.
So we would have to, people would have to Zoom in, who would be prospective school board directors.
Yeah, I think we would have done that in other
So it was
jobs,
Zoom
right?
link and let them
Yeah, although, I mean, it'd be just like the public essentially being able
to hear from. Okay, so, yeah, we can do it as the whole January sixth will be a Zoom meeting then. It'll be a combination special board meeting and,
check the meeting and for general purposes. So a general, it's a special meeting, agenda meeting, and a general.
And any other business that may come before the board.
Yes.
okay, so a motion is needed to set a special board meeting and a general agenda setting meeting, which will be a Zoom meeting on January sixth for the purpose of filling a school board vacancy for the unexpired term of office, but also for discussion of agenda items of the school.
Any other business?
What's that? And any other business. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Comments?
And this will be at 7:30, and you're canceling the 13th,
Pardon?
and you're canceling the meeting for the 13th.
Yes, and we're canceling the meeting for the general agenda setting meeting for January 13th. This will be at 7:30 p.m. for the meeting. The interview in front of everyone, correct?
Yeah, that's,
What they do is, Roxanne, they give, what's that?
Yes, you did.
It was just over there in the library. That was the meeting. That was all the people.
Oh, you interviewed me. See, I
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Abstention?
I'm glad to do it
In person? Okay, so we have 7-1. Any abstentions? So the motion passes. And note that Mr. Lovelace dissented on the vote, he voted no for the Zoom meeting. Any old business, Ms. Starr? Remarks by visitors on items not included on the agenda? Okay, announcement of date and time and place of the following meetings.
There will be a special board meeting held on January 6th, 2021, a combined public work session, special board meeting to conduct business, that any business that may come before the board, beginning at 7:30, via Zoom. Did you want an executive session prior to that special board meeting
Yes,
at 6:30?
correct.
There will be, the scheduled this evening for January 13th, 2021. Even at 7:30 has been canceled and combined on January 6th. And the regular board meeting will be scheduled for January 27th, 2021 at 7:30 in the Leesburg High School Auditorium with an executive session at 6:30 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to adjourn at 8:16 p.m. on December 9th? Comments? All those in favor? Against? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for